Now I'd like to welcome our U.S. Senatorial candidates to the stage. We're going to be starting off with a brief introduction. Our candidates will each have a maximum 10 minutes to tell us about themselves and present their platforms. You can pay attention to and track your time by the stoplight right in front of you. It will turn yellow when you have about a minute left, and of course it'll turn red when your time is up. We'll start off with Don Bates Jr. Mr. Bates is one of our two candidates tonight that has never held an elected office. He is a sixth-generation Hoosier who was raised on a farm in Greensburg. For a decade and a half, he has worked in the business and financial service sectors. Mr. Bates, you may now take the floor for 10 minutes.
Thank you so much. A little nervous by the stoplight. I have a tendency, and I know this is all going to come out, I have a tendency to drive a little too fast every now and then. Traffic lights normally been pretty good out, but what's going to happen is I'm going to talk fast tonight because I'm looking at that thing, because when it turns yellow, I do what most of you do. You go through it, don't you? Shame on you. I'm Don Bates Jr. For the past 13 months, I've been running to stop Barack Obama. As she said to you, I grew up on a small farm on the southeast edge of Greensburg, Indiana. My parents still live on that farm. I'm blessed with parents who have lived and pursued and achieved the American dream. She also told you that I'm not a politician. Among the candidates in this race, there's about 50 years of combined political experience. And I must say to you, I'm not responsible for a day of it. But I believe it's past time we send someone to Washington from Main Street who knows how to fix the fiscal disaster out-of-touch career politicians have created. You know, the good book tells us there's nothing new under the sun. And unfortunately, that's all too true in politics. But if we keep sending the same politicians to Washington year after year, we can certainly expect the same results. Well, ladies and gentlemen, our nation is in a time of crisis, and we cannot afford politics as usual. We must stop a president who is nationalizing our health care, raising our taxes, invading our small businesses and family farms, and robbing us of the American dream. And I'm running to do just that. Now, having said that, I believe we cannot afford to simply be the party of no. Because if we're not careful, we're going to be the party of no new ideas. And so I believe that the American people is going to give Republicans one more chance, and it may be our last chance. But let's acknowledge that from 1994 to 2006, we had a wonderful opportunity to lead. And we didn't lead like we could, with courage and conviction. And so the American people said enough to Republicans in 2006. And then said so loud and clear in 2008 when for the first time since 1964 the state of Indiana went blue. We can and must do better. And so if you'll elect strong Republicans to the House and to the Senate this time, if you'll elect me, I promise you we will lead with courage and conviction, and we will present clear, true solutions for what's ailing our economy. We all agree here tonight that Barack Obama's agenda is bad for America. We all agree that we stand at a crossroads, and down one path is a European socialistic state and down another path is Reagan's shining city on the hill. Ladies and gentlemen, the choice is very clear. And if you'll elect me, I'll help lead the charge back to Reagan's shining city on the hill. I'm not in politics. I come straight from Main Street, and so my solutions will a lot of times not be politically based. I'm already in trouble because I'm telling Congress they need to take a 5% pay cut. And I believe that. I believe they should. It will send a message to Main Street that we're serious about fixing this fiscal disaster. But what I can assure you is that the solutions I offer, I will do so unapologetically, I will do so with courage, I will do so with conviction, I will not do so with my fingers stuck in the wind as to which way it's blowing. I will do what I believe strong conservative Republicans are supposed to do, and that's lead. I look forward to your questions tonight. It's an honor to be here with a few of my colleagues, and I can't wait to hear what you have to say. I look forward to giving you good, clear answers. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Bates. Our next candidate is Mr. Richard BEHNEY. Mr. BEHNEY is another candidate who has never held an elected office. He is originally from Tennessee, but moved to Fishers, Indiana in 1994. He owns a plumbing business in central Indiana. Mr. BEHNEY, you may now take the floor for 10 minutes.
All right, thank you. Good evening, folks. It's great to see all of you. Don and I were just saying, you asked me Tennessee? Tennessee? Well, not originally, but I did spend some time in Tennessee. I had a music career down in Tennessee for a while, but originally I'm from Dayton, Ohio. But, you know, we live in a great country. And I'm a believer of that. You know, it's a great opportunity for a guy like me who comes from the other side of the tracks. I grew up in a broken home and raised by my father, who was a GM mechanic, and we were raised on spaghetti and watered-down ragu sauce and Goodwill clothes and the prayers of my grandparents. And those were hard lessons learned, but as hard as those times were, I don't remember being that bad. My father taught me a good work ethic that in this country you mix a little bit of blood, sweat, and tears with life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness, wonderful dreams can come true. And I've been blessed to enjoy some of those dreams come true. I served in the United States Navy as an air traffic controller. And then, as I mentioned, I did have a little bit of a music career. You know, I've listened to Don over here sing, has a wonderful voice. I think he could have made it. But I had the privilege of singing on stages such as Carnegie Hall and The Tonight Show with Johnny Carson. He's pretty cool. And the Grand Ole Opry. Went from that into business. I'm an entrepreneur at heart. Really, that's what I enjoy doing. And I've started 2 businesses, literally, for my kitchen table. You know, not much bigger than this. Grew my first one nationally. Created millions of dollars and hundreds of jobs. And as it is in America, you can enjoy and experience the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat. And I did just that and lost that business in a hostile takeover and lost everything except for my marriage. And though I would never want to go through that experience again, it made me all the stronger. Another fact about America, you can fail, but you can fail forward. And I did just that. After catching my breath and picking myself up and dusting myself off, I got the grand idea of starting a plumbing company. Imagine that. And coming out of the shower one morning and grown that business, started in the truck myself, actually doing the plumbing work. Yes, I'm a licensed plumber. You hear the joke there, Don? I won't say it. All right. But actually started in the truck myself and would work all day. And I had 3 young children at the time and thought it was important to have health care. So I went and got a second job. Imagine that. Instead of hitting John up here for money to pay for my child, you know, my health care, I went and threw boxes at UPS. I thought I was going to be sick to my stomach. But, you know, that's what you do. Well, I was busy taking care of business just like that, enjoying that kind of life. I finally got out of the truck and out of UPS and enjoying growing the business. To about a 1.5 years ago, this feeling entered me that something was wrong with the direction that our country was headed in. And through that experience, all of a sudden this Tea Party thing popped up. And to make a long story short there, my wife and I happened to be the first Tea Party participants at that first modern-day Tea Party up there in Chicago. And we enjoyed that experience so well that we brought the Tea Party movement to Indiana. So you're looking at the guy to blame for all those radicals running all across our state and our country here. But it was a wonderful time and a wonderful experience. I've met thousands of Hoosiers who are just like me, are concerned with the direction our country is headed in, and quite frankly, have had enough of politicians and politics as usual. And so I find myself here today through that movement. I was suggested by hundreds and asked if I ever thought about being in politics. And I said, no, I chose plumbing over politics. It kind of shows you, if I may, where I kind of put the two. But through a lot of thought and consideration, should we step up and be a citizen representative? And with additional prayer, it came to our minds that yes, we felt called to make this run for the United States Senate. And I sit here today concerned about the country that I'm going to leave my children and my unborn grandchildren. Well, they have the same freedoms and liberties that I have enjoyed. the same opportunities that I have enjoyed. I don't think that's the case. And I look forward to answering some of your questions. I think we all three of us enjoy the Q&A time up here, and we'll enjoy that time. But I'm sitting here this evening asking for your vote. And quite frankly, I'm asking for a mandate. For I believe that we've lost our country. I'm asking you to send me to go reclaim our country, our constitutional sovereignty. I'm asking for a mandate to go and reclaim our states' rights. And I'm asking for a mandate to go and reclaim our individual liberties. So on May 4th, we have a very important decision to make. And that's why we're all here this evening. So again, thank you for being here and giving each of us a listen. And I look forward to the time. Thank you.